Hey, how you doing, Bear? You good? You straight? You sure? Oh, you sure? All right now, because I was looking at myself. I had to look at you. Oh, you sure? All right now. So today, I am leaving my chiropractor right now. I got a podiatry appointment tomorrow, which I'm excited about because this situation with my feet, child. Whew, I hope they get this fixed, or at least tell me what options I have. But outside of that, when I tell you that I am so excited. I am so excited, y'all. It is Tuesday. I will be in my own place come Saturday. I get paid this week. I'll be able to go drop off my deposit and my rent. I get to go see the place. I'm going tomorrow to go see it. Um, I also want to go ahead and get the address, and I want to go tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely by Thursday, and go get the lights and stuff cut on because I know that she said that they cleaned it. They cleaned the place or whatever. But my whole thing is this: if the place got carpet and somebody had been moved out, right? And then they cut the lights off and everything, they cut all electricity off and stuff. How y'all go in there and y'all be vacuuming and stuff? How? I'm not saying that they didn't do it. I ain't saying that. But I'm just saying how you do it if ain't no electricity in there. Like y'all bringing a generator, y'all got your own little power source that you bring in to vacuum or something. Like how you doing it? So I would like to go in there, vacuum, wipe down some walls, and stuff, and just clean it to my liking and put some things down. Like I got my little, well, I gotta go get it. The things that you put in your cabinet so your glasses and your plates and stuff don't just be sitting on that raw ass cabinet, countertop and stuff like that. I want to get that and put that down so I could just come in and put my stuff up or whatever. But I just want to go see it. I know that my dad said he's seen it and he was like, it's just like your brother's, because of course my brother was like, oh, it's a little bit bigger than mine, and I'm like, but they all look the same. And my dad was like, no, it looks exactly like your brother's. It's not bigger. It just looks exactly the same. So I was like, okay, cool. So I need to go in there and just, measure out who's going to get what room, according to space and what they have. Because again, it's only a 2-bedroom. My little ones, I'm going to turn this air on because it's hot. My little ones are actually going to get the rooms. My kids, I ain't going to say my little ones, but my kids, they're going to get the rooms. And I'm going to turn the living room into my room. And child, let me tell you about my dad. So this situation with my dad, okay. This situation with my dad is insane. I feel like even though I think that my dad is going to have either early onset dementia or Alzheimer's, I really think it has to do with his drinking, why he is the way that he is, and why he acts the way that he acts, as well as grief. But I feel like the liquor has a lot to do with it because he is grieving and he's not allowing himself to feel anything, and he's just trying to go, 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 go. Like it's turning out really bad for him. Like my dad lost his wife last year. And this is another big part of the reason why I try to be as compassionate as I possibly can with my dad in this time. Yes, it pisses me off. Yes, I get mad. Yes, I be wanting to just wipe my hands at this nigga, like for real, for real. But I think about all these different factors as it pertains to my dad. And I try to make that the reason why I continue to help him and stay around, because it's important. Like my dad is getting older. My dad does need a lot of help. My dad does have a lot of health issues. Um, Especially I think the biggest one is just the fact that he can't move like he used to move because of his back. He had this surgery with these screws and he'd be crooked over a lot of times trying to get stuff done. You know what I'm saying? Bent over trying to get stuff done. Like my dad is tall. Me and my brother, we was chilling with my dad, I think like 2 nights ago, and he just randomly started to tell his story to us, like a part of his story as it pertains to like me and him being with my mom and stuff like that. And he showed us a picture of him, which I have this picture myself, but he showed it to us. And my brother was like, oh, yeah, he was, my brother trying to, he into sports and everything, and he's trying to gain weight and get bigger and all that stuff like that. And he was like, oh, man, he was like, Dad, you tall. You that tall? He was like, and you so solid. He's like, I know I could get solid. If you this solid, I know I could get there. And I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, yeah, Dad is fine. He was like, how you? He said you shrunk. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, no, he didn't shrink. It's just the fact that he has these back problems. And instead of him now being able to stand fully up, like up, he leans over to the side, so he doesn't look as tall as he really is. Um, but yes, we were just looking at all of that stuff, and he was sharing, his little stories and everything. And I was excited because I talked to my brother about that. I said, as much as we have, not really against my dad, but just the issues that we have with our dad is, we don't really know his story. We Ooh, hold up. Okay. We don't really know my dad's story. We've never taken the time to really ask him like different questions about his past and stuff like that, because it kind of seems like a lot of things are sensitive to for him as it pertains to his story, because there's a lot of things that he didn't get to do, that he wish he could have done, and he feels like, sometimes people might take advantage of him because of things that he doesn't know. Um, so, I feel like that's a big one for him. So I try to, just be cool, asking him too many questions. But if he starts to talk and share, I'm definitely gonna listen. And that's what I told my brother to do. I was like, just try your hardest, to just understand the time frame that he grew up in and understand how they dealt with things, to try to understand how he's currently dealing with things. Because even though the times have evolved, there's a lot of us that do not evolve with the times, because we're just stuck in what used to be. And trust and believe, I love a lot of different ways about older times, like a lot of the different upbringings and morals and values, and just doing shit, the ways of just doing things. I love that old timey shit, but we ain't gonna get all that shit back, because times have changed, people have evolved, evolution is just it's just doing what the hell it does. And ain't nobody trying to do nothing old timey no more. If they can do it easy as hell, they're gonna do it easy as hell. So there's that. But with my dad, it's just like, I feel like a big part for him is because his body is so worn down the way it is. And I feel like this is another reason why my dad doesn't stop when he really should, is because I think my dad feels like if he stops, he's going to feel everything. And he doesn't want to feel nothing. If he stops, he feels like maybe his body is going to really shut down. So in order to keep the pain, in a sense, at bay, but not really, because you're making yourself hurt more the more you keep pushing through it, but to try to keep it at bay, or just to feel something, he just keeps going, and he just keeps working and working and working and working through this pain. But it's like, but you're hurting yourself more, you're making it worse, when you need to be taking rest sometimes in order for your body to heal itself. But he just don't want to stop. He just refuses to damn stop. He's like, no, I'm good, I'm just gonna keep on going, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But at the same time too, with that, him not wanting to stop moving and working because of his body, he don't want his body to shut down on him. It's grief. My dad's wife, my brother's dad, not my mom, but my dad's wife, my brother's dad. I mean, my brother's mom. Um, she died in his arms. Like she passed away in his arms, and I know that's a lot for him, because I've I've never seen my dad cry. And the day that this happened, my brother called me. One of my other brothers was with him at the house when it happened, and he called, and he was just like, my mom just died. And I was like, what? And he put my dad on the phone, and my dad was just bawling, crying, and I never heard my dad like that, ever. So I could only imagine what it looked like. And he was just like, I tried to help it, but it wasn't nothing I could do. I couldn't help it. I couldn't stop it. I couldn't fix it. And it was like the first time in his life where it's like he always has a solution for everything, but he didn't have a solution for that. And I know that that bothers him. And I know that he's been trying to keep going to stay strong for my brothers. I know that. But him bottling all that up makes him explode on us. And then when he gets liquor in his system, he really explodes. Now, I've been around my dad before with the over drinking, drinking way too much. And if anything, he used to get, like, before she passed away, he used to just get like pissy drunk and he was not a mean drunk. He was like he was either really happy, or he would be like kind of like sloppy, like almost to the point where we're like, man, you better be careful. You're going to get yourself hurt. You're going to hurt yourself. Almost like he just didn't, in a sense, like he didn't care about his life, whether he lived or died, because he would get sloppy drunk off of beer. I think he would take a couple shots too, because his drink is Jack Daniels, child. But he would get almost like sloppy drunk off of beer and just be sloppy and be still wanting to drive and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, this is about, your health and you living. And it could have been plenty of times my dad could have took himself out, but he didn't. He's still here. But I just feel like that grief, that pain of you being able to fix everything and that one thing you could not fix, and you have to kind of sort of live that moment, relive that moment every single day, because it's just ingrained in you. That's what you saw. That don't leave nobody like that. And since I've been here, he's expressed one time, because I've always wanted to ask him, since she passed, like, what happened. But at the same time, I feel like that's insensitive to ask him, because a person passed away in your arms, a person that you love and care for and married to this person passed away in your arms, and there was nothing you could do to fix it, nothing you could do to stop it, nothing you could do to help it, nothing. I feel like it's a little insensitive to ask, because like it's only been, I think my brother said it's been like 9 months. 9 months, I think it has been. And her birthday just passed. I think if her birthday's not to, no, her birthday is coming up. I take that back. Her birthday is coming up. I think yesterday was I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday was the 9 months of her being gone. And then her birthday's coming up in about 2 days, I think, or another day or so. But yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So I try to be compassionate with my dad and understand that I know he still wants to help us and teach the kids and be, grandpa. I get that part. But I'm just like, you can't really be there for us and be there for them if you're not there for yourself. And he's not really there for himself. He just keeps trying to go and go and go and go. And then people keep coming over and he have little parties and get-togethers and stuff like that. Like when she passed away, there was like, he told me, he was like, every single night people are over here just partying with me every single night. And he was like, if they didn't do that, I don't even know if I still be going strong right now. He said every night, he said it ain't a day go by that somebody ain't over here, or more than enough people are over here to just come sit and listen to music with me under here and just drink and just shoot the shit. And I get it. It's like we want everything to kind of sort of go back to normal in a sense, or not have the person too down in the dumps, but that's tough. Like, that's tough. You have to deal with them emotions, or you gonna basically bring them emotions out on any and everybody. I've even seen him get mad at one point when he didn't have anything to drink in his system. And he got mad at one point because he was trying to do some shit with, like, this was like kind of fresh after she had passed still. It was like only a couple months. And he was trying to get his appointments and stuff together. And he got upset because he was just like, damn. And he called her name and he was like, damn, you was the one that was doing all this for me. And now I got to do all this shit by myself and I don't know what to do. And he was upset. And he got like really mad. And he didn't go and, fuss at anybody else. But I could just tell, like, he was just really upset because it's like, okay, now this falls on me. And then now the whole situation with my brothers and everything, it just falls on him. And she handled a lot. She did a lot. And as much as my dad would like to say that she hindered my brothers, I feel like she was just there in the way for my brothers in the way that nobody was ever there for him. So he doesn't know how to be there for anybody else. And he doesn't understand that he's not being there for people in that way. And that's what they need. And he don't know how to do it. And he thinks that the way that he's doing it is what is working, because it works. But it doesn't really work, because it didn't work for him really. But that's all he knows to give. And it's like, my dad definitely will learn from anybody. He really can. He always, just like today, he said, I'm never too old to learn. You never get too old to learn. I can always learn from anybody. I pay attention to anybody. And I feel like he can. He definitely will. But then it's just like, certain stuff is just ingrained in him, and that's just how he is, and that's all he knows. And he doesn't know anything more than that. And anything outside of that almost seems annoying. It's kind of like, Kind of like the situation of a parent who really didn't get the affection growing up. They didn't really get hugs and kisses and love and all that stuff. And now they have kids, and their kids are constantly like, I love you, hugging them and giving them kisses and wanting to be all up under them. And to them, it's like, oh, all right, go sit down. All right, I get it. You love me. Okay, whatever. But to the kid, it's like, what do you mean? Like, I love you. And why would you push it away? Because I'm kind of like that. I got it when I was growing up, but not a lot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really get it a lot. So sometimes when my kids are giving me that love, I will push it away from them, but then I would take it from other people who I didn't need to be taking it from. Because the love that I really needed was the love from my kids. The love from these outside people, these other people that I'm trying to get it from, they always fucked over me. They always heard, they said they love me, but they didn't really love me. But my kids, they love me. They tell me they love me, and it's like, yeah, I love you. And I'm like, I know you love me because of the way that you hug me, how you just do it randomly. It's been times where, I really needed that reassurance. I really needed that hug. I was just down in the dumps that day, and my kid would just randomly come to me and just hug me. And I love you, mommy. And I'm like, oh. But that's the situation with my dad. It's like somebody taking the time to learn his love language is not hard. Somebody actually loving him and really caring for him is not hard. He makes himself difficult to love because he's not used to certain type of love. And when he gets that certain type of love, it's like, well, what the fuck do I do with this? What is this? What do I do with this? He doesn't know, he doesn't understand. And it just aggravates him. And it's like, but people are loving you. This is the way that we choose to show our love. And you have to learn to accept that. I mean, you don't have to, but if you cared, you would learn to accept that. Like, everybody shows their love in different ways. So I'm just trying to be there for my dad as much as possible because I know that my dad cares about us. I know that my dad loves us. Like, even today, he was telling my daughter, we getting ready to leave, and he was like, well, once you get back to your spot, once y'all get, in your place and you start learning how to clean and, do all that once a week, I'm probably going to come pick you up. And then, I'll start putting some money to the side to where I can come pick you up, and then you can come help me. Because again, I know my dad's going to need help. And I was just funny because last night I was sweeping the floor, mopping the floor. I mopped the whole, everywhere that could be swept and mopped, I swept and mopped it. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, damn, I don't really work anywhere. I was like, I wonder if I could just come to my dad's house once a week. And, I know he's going to wash his dishes and everything, but if he needs like laundry done, folded, we get his laundry done, I will sweep and mop the floors and wipe the counters down and just make it nice and neat, and I will tidy it up. And he ain't got to he can pay me to do that. He ain't got to pay nobody else to do it. He can pay me to do that. I can work over here for him. He ain't got to give me that much. Once a week, give me $60. 40, give me $40, $50, $60. That ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? But it was funny because he told my daughter, he was like, you can come, I'll pick you up. Because my daughter was like, well, can I ride my bike? And he was like, no, you can't ride your bike yet. He said, because, I need some more time to pass by, and I need people to see you. He said, after people see you, and they see you enough, and they see you with me enough, and they know who you are, then you can ride your bike and walk and do all that stuff. He said, but right now, don't nobody know who you are. So they might mess with you. But once they see you with me, then they'll know, and they know exactly who granddaughter you is. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. And that's what I love about my dad, like that security, like that just that love and that care. It's like, I understand his love language. It's just that other part. And I'm like, I want to tell him, I think I might tell him eventually, like, sorry, you're grieving. And you constantly trying to grieve but get shit done, it's not working, because you need to do one or the other. Either you're gonna get shit done, or you're gonna grieve and then you could get shit done. But you trying to get shit done and grieve at the same time is not working, because you're taking it out on everybody. And it's not fair, because all we doing is either helping you or we're trying to live our life. And it's not fair. And yeah, he just needs to learn that. He just needs to understand that. But I don't want to say it in a way that's going to make him upset. I think any kind of way that I say it is going to make him upset, but I want to say it in a way that's going to get him to understand, like, I'm not telling you this because I don't like you, or I don't love you, I don't care about you. I'm telling you this because I do, and I don't want you to ruin a relationship, because it ain't going to be me ruining the relationship between us. It's going to be you ruining it for yourself, and I don't want that. I don't want my kids to be scared of you or not want to come around you because they don't know how you're going to act. They don't know which grandpa they're going to get, so they rather not come around at all. But we gonna work on it. My dad's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm excited to be in my space. I already got my brothers together to help me with moving out. Everybody's off of work so they can help me. And this is just about to be a good ass time. Like, I'm just ready to just be in my place. I'm gonna cry. When I tell you, I know for a fact I'm gonna cry so hard. I'm gonna cry so fucking hard when I get that night, that first night in there of me, just after I put all the kids in their rooms and going to sleep and all that good stuff, I'm gonna cry so hard in this place, because it's just an opportunity to start over. And I'm able to see it and I'm able to do it. It's not even about having to start. Like, at first, having to start over was a sucky situation. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, it's not. This is a good thing. This is not a bad thing at all. This is a fucking great thing. Some people wish they can start over and can't even recognize when they can start over to do it. And I was able to recognize everything and be like, okay, this is happening for this reason. This is happening for this reason. And now I feel like in life, I'm being put right back in a spot that I was in before, but now I have better tools. So, like, me not being with the girl's dad anymore, moving into my own place, is kind of like when I got out of the military and I was with my oldest daughter's dad. Or we wasn't really, we were together. And then I moved into that trailer that I moved into, and it was, child, child. That was a thing. I cried when I got in there, only because I felt like I was failing my kid, because it wasn't the best. It was what I could afford. It was, it was what I could afford. It was a place for us to live in, but it wasn't the best looking place. It was a trashy, not super trashy, but it just wasn't really the best looking place. It wasn't where you would want to be when you move out of where we were. It was like going into a really nice living space to going into like a okay living space. It'll do for now type of shit. But I mean, I made it work. I made it work. And from that place, we stayed there for like, I think maybe a year. And then I went into another place, and it was another trailer. It was a smaller one, but the area was a lot nicer. Everything was cheaper. Everything was just nicer in that area. The place looked good. I stayed there for, I think, maybe about a year, or yeah, for like a year. And then from there, I moved again. And then when I moved out of there, I was with somebody else, and I just really leveled my ass up. But I feel like this is going to happen again. I'm going to level up again, but this time I'm going to do it on my own accord. It's going to be according to how I want to do it. It doesn't have any outside influence. I'm not trying to, get that love from the outside to bring it inside to have that. I already got the love inside. My girls love me so much, and I already got that. Now I just need to get on my shit and just do what the hell I'm supposed to do. So, yes. Yes, this is about to be a time, and I'm really excited. I'm so nervous, but I'm so ready. I'm so damn ready. I'm just so ready to make this space. When I tell you, I don't give a fuck that the living room is going to be my bedroom. I'm just ready to have my space. I'm just ready to be in my spot. I'm ready to wake up and just hear my little pitter patters, the little laughs and the little screams, and make breakfast and drink my juice. And baby, when I tell you I'm just ready, I'm ready. So I done made it back to the house. I'm about to go ahead. Look at this line on my lips from this chapstick. My lips ain't dry. But I'm about to go here and go in the house and chill with my little girls. Probably bring them outside, have a good time with little babies. But yes, I am getting prepared for the movation of things. I am excited. Ooh, I'm excited. I got the bubble guts. I'm excited, y'all. So yes, within this week, today is Tuesday. Um, Hopefully I get paid on time tomorrow. It'd be great if I got paid today. But hopefully I get paid on time tomorrow so I can go ahead and go look at the place, make sure everything looks good. Then I can go give her her money, pay the landlord the rent and the deposit, get them keys. Then from there, I go to get my lights and stuff turned on. Then from there, I go to get, I think the following day, I'll go and try to get my internet and stuff hooked up. And then on Saturday, baby, because I only have 2 days. I only have about 2, 3 days. Yes. Yes. Only got like 2 or 3 days. Then from there, we moving stuff inside. We are moving stuff inside. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. All right, let me go see my babies. I'm ready to go see my babies. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for showing up for yourself, but thank you for showing up for me because you could be anywhere watching anybody, but you're here watching me, and I'm so thankful for that. I love you. Take care of yourself. Drink your water and mind your goddamn business, which reminds me, I need to be drinking my water. So I'm finna get in the house and I'm finna guzzle. But drink your water and mind your goddamn business. But you can mind mine because I'm putting it out here. You know what I'm saying? You mind as well. You mind as well. I fucking love you, bruh.